Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 3 of CCRL Pro Tier. Tonight they will be taking on the 7.004 kilometer, 4.352 mile circuit. It has 19 corners and 2 DRS zones. I am the Johnny Damon, and we will be live here at Circuit de Spa Francorchamps. Tonight we have some cloudy sunshine weather, and we are just rolling into our short qualifying 50% Grand Prix here. So let's pull up some information. As we currently wait for the first driver to pull out on grid, we have a new driver on the grid tonight, Captain Drift in the Kickstart Sauber alongside Bald Guy Racing. It is a father-son combination tonight, so we will see how they do. Hopefully we don't get very many team orders from Captain Drift on to Bald Guy Racing, but this should be wonderful racing to see a father-son duo out here at Spa Francorchamps. In the meantime, on board the Swazi as he's heading up Eau Rouge and then towards Radion. He's going to head right down the Kemmel Straight in towards Ledcombs, which is 7, 8, and 9. Very easy overtaking opportunity. We may see some 3 wide here down into turn 7. Right through Ledcombs, now down the hill into Brussels. This is known as Schumacher's Corner off the exit of 9. And then we head through Brussels and into No Name Corner off the exit, and now Puhan right in front. Puhan's going to be this section of the track where you can go flat out almost through the corner, but you got to be careful to not get that track limits around the outside there. Into campus, and now Stavelot, which is going to bring us towards Corbeil Paul de Friere, and then that will head us down into the bus stop chicane of turn 18 and 19 for the beginning of his flying lap. Jump on board with him here as we're making our way through Corbeil Paul Friere and heading into the bus stop chicane. Let's see how he gets underway here to start the qualifying session into second gear. Rides over the inside curve, back on the power, DRS flap wide open. Now heading into the source of turn 1. Heavy on the brakes all the way into second gear, back on the power, off the exit. Gonna head up the hill towards Eau Rouge here. He's gonna dodge into it off of Radion. Now down Kemmel Straight, DRS flap wide open. Let's see where he's gonna top out here. Well over 210 miles per hour. Heavy into the braking zone all the way through turn 7. Now 8 of Ledcombs. Down Michael Schumacher corner in towards Brussels we go of turn 10. Heavy on the brakes. You can lose the rear end very easily off the into the entrance of turn 10 through No Name Corner. And Osmanian Devil already with a huge mistake in qualifying that will put him at the back. And off the exit of Puhan we go. We are going to stay within the track limits into campus. And now heading towards Stavelot. Makes his way through sector 2. Paul Corbeil de I can't even speak right now. And now we're gonna head towards Blancmont and into the bus stop chicane of turn 18. 10% ERS into the braking zone all the way through second gear. Nice and smooth on the entrance curb, and 144.6 from Swazi will be the opening lap. LK making his way through Puhan. on board with Comacopa as he makes his way through Blancmont and now in towards the bus stop chicane. Lepsky up to a provisional pole with a 44.3, and now Comacopa is going to see if he can jump up there. 44.9 for Comacopa. And the Boonster's making his way through the bus stop chicane, trackside 45 flat. The Boonster's going to come across and he's going to take provisional pole with a 44.1. Peak hour 45.7. A Raptor into the bus stop chicane. He's going to be looking to get onto the power and makes his way towards the line up to the P4 with a 44.901. Natural making his way through Schumacher Corner down the hill into Brussels of turn 10. He is going to be able to get in the rotation off the exit and now through No Name. Back on the power heading towards Puhan we go. And through Puhan. Keeps it within the track limits. Now heading towards Campus and Stavelot. So after Sector 2 split, let's see where Natural is sitting here with a 115.9. Got to find a little bit of time here if he wants to get up the order. Heading down this long backstretch here in Blancmont, heading now for the bus stop chicane right in front of him. On the brakes down into third gear. Off the exit of the bus stop chicane, back on the power, and across the line he goes up into the front row with a 44.335, 7 thousandths of a second in front of Lepsky. And here comes Bonga as he's making a run on a set of medium tires here in this short qualifying. Unfortunately, Bonga will invalidate there off the exit of Schumacher's Corner. So now he is going to have to get back around the circuit here, regenerate that ERS as he makes his way through Puhan. Natural currently on a cool down lap. We got Swazi on another flyer here. 14% battery, low on the fuel. Into Campus we go. He's got a teammate, a Bonnet right in front of him. Now he's got Stavelot. Is he going to be able to get a tow down this long straight here? Back on the power. Rocketman currently on an outlap right now. He has taken the win in the first two races convincingly throughout the first 2 weeks. And that Aston Martin with his teammate currently not being the Boonster up on the front row. So Aston Martin's looking really strong so far at the beginning of the season. As we're going to make our way off the exit and across the line. Swazi going to improve on his time, 0.2 of a second. That will put him less than a tenth behind the Boonster for the provisional pole. Bonget's going to give it another go. Rocketman's currently working on his lap as he's making his way down into turn 10 of Brussels. In the medium here on the ERS and through No Name. Now we got Puhan right in front of us. Is he going to keep it within the track limits? Yes, he does. Not really struggling much to keep that car within the track limits as he's going to head right into Campus. Let's see how he is looking here on his first lap. Still about 100% battery, not really burning much. 15.8 in his qualifying time. Now he's going to head down Corbeil de Paul Freire through Blancmont and in towards the bus stop chicane, all the way down into second gear. Off the apex of turn 19 towards the line and P5. He is looking like another lap in the bag here for him with a 44.4 on medium ERS as he's heading up Eau Rouge. Natural sitting here 2.5 tenths up on his time, looking to take over that provisional pole. Awfully close qualifying time between P1 all the way down into that P6 position, or P6 position, less than 3 tenths separating those top 6 spots right now. Natural off the exit of the bus stop chicane, he's got the power down across the line, and he's down into a 44 flat, nearly a 143, and up to the front row he goes. Swazi's gonna dive into pit lane. Lepsky, Rocketman's currently out on another lap, not up on his time. Komakopa now gonna head down the Kemmel Straight. Trackside also making his way down Kemmel Straight here with 60% battery into the braking zone of Ledscombe. He's nearly a tenth down on his time. Let's see how he does here in Sector 2. Off the exit of Schumacher Corner down into Brussels, heavy on the brakes, really throws that car to the inside, but it costs him when he gets out wide. Now he's going to make his way through No Name. Heading towards Puhan we go. Is he going to keep it within the track limits? Yes, he does. Stays in 7th gear all the way through Puhan, now into campus. Makes his way nice and smooth through campus into Stavelot. Off the exit, powers down. He's 2.5 tenths up on his time. That's going to put him up into potentially P7 here. Let's see if he can gain some more time as he heads down this long straight into Blancamont. And off the exit, he has used all of his ERS deployment down in this lap as he makes his way off the exit of the final corner and run towards the line. He gains a half second on his time, puts himself up into P7, right in front of Komakopa, who's 13 thousandths of a second. So now the grid gets even tighter, a half a second separating from P1 all the way down to P8. Captain Drift is out here on an outlap with a 148 flat. Bald Guy Racing as well, and it looks like Captain Drift is going to dive into pit lane to get his final change of tires for his final lap of qualifying. Lepsky currently out here right now, 3 tenths up on his time, it looks like, as he's going to head into the bus stop chicane and dives into pit lane. Not exactly sure of the being for that, but he is going to be looking to get a new set of tires on. And everybody is getting ready to rock and roll for their final qualifying lap. The Boonster and Swazi. Bald Guy Racing making his way through all these final corners into the bus stop chicane. He's gonna get ready to pop on ERS mode, and it's still sitting on medium. Turns up the hop, puts down the power, opens up the DRS, and making his run towards La Source we go. Down into turn 1. Off the exit, hits the apex. Really nice there in turn 1. He's gonna make his run through Eau Rouge here up the hill. He's going to keep it nice and tight all the way through Rouge. Keeps it within the track limit. Opens up that DRS flap down Kemmel Straight. 208 miles an hour. Up over 210, about 213. Matched out into the braking zone all the way through Ledscombe. Off the exit of Schumacher Corner, he's burning all of his battery here into Brussels. Off the exit of Brussels, now through No Name, and we're going to make a run down in towards Puhan. He's got to try and save some ERS here as he's making his way through Puhan. Gets kind of bogged down there into Puhan. Now he's making a run into campus, down into 5th gear, and off the exit here towards Stavelot. Sector 2 split right in front. He's going to be a 116.2. Will need to find quite a bit more time here in Sector 2 if he does want to leap himself up the leaderboard. Let's see how the father-son duo compares to each other here after these lap times. Into the bus stop chicane we go, down into second gear. Now we're going to make our way off the exit, coming towards the start-finish line. He's going to leap himself right in front into a 145.087, right behind Bonget, sitting in that top 10 position, so a good lap from him. The Boonster currently working his way through Sector 2, and it looks like Swazi had an issue, so he's going to back out of his lap. But the Boonster's making his way through Wuhan now. He is the first one on his final flying lap of the session into campus. And now he's got a couple more big corners here. Can he keep it within the track limits of Stavelot off the exit? Yes, he does. 3/10 up on his time. He's looking to leap himself into the 143s and for a potential pole position as he's now heading down Corbeil Paul de Friere and then through Blanchimont and heading towards the bus stop chicane. He's used all of his ERS though. See how much time he loses here as it goes into the bus stop chicane. Off the exit, powers down awfully early. He's going to head towards the start-finish line. And he does get pulled by nearly 1/100th of a second over Natural, as Natural's out for his final lap. Swazi here getting ready to run his final lap. Rocket Man making his way through Wuhan on a flyer, gets right to the track edge limit. In that P5 position, heading into campus. He's got quite a bit of traffic in front of him. Hopefully he did not catch right up to the back of him. Might get a little bit of a tow down this long backstretch. You got a Ferrari to the outside of the circuit. Barely keeps it within the track limits, 9/10 up on his time. And through Stavelot he goes. Now the traffic gonna be bearing down on him here as he heads through Blanchimont, and the Red Bull's gonna dive into the grass, really impact himself there. Here comes the McLaren. And he does make it through. Bald Guy Racing has retired from the session here of qualifying. And that will be in pit lane is my assumptions. Off the exit we go. Rocket Man towards the line. Into the 143s. Down to a 143.2. Up in the front of the whole grid. Let's see here. Lepsky currently on a lap. And it looks like trackside just starting a lap here. Tarzan currently not on a lap. Captain Drift is on a lap. Let's see where he ends up as he makes a run towards the bus stop chicane. We got about 30 seconds left on the qualifying session here. Off the exit of the bus stop chicane, gonna make a push towards the line. He does jump up, but right behind Bald Guy Racing, his teammate, in that P11 position. See, we got a Mercedes diving into pit lane, jump onto the Haas of Peak Hour, currently invalidated. Bonnet currently invalidated. On board with Comacopa here as he's making his way through Stavelot. He is a 10.5 up on his time through Sector 2. He's got Blanchimont right in front of him. He's parking on the ground. The floorboards might be a little bit too low for himself here. Into the bus stop chicane we go. Really cuts it nice and loose to the inside. He's going to get back on the power. Does he have time? And up to the front row he goes. Right in front of the Boonster. So good lap there. Raptor currently making a run towards the line, and now he's going to come off the exit of the bus stop chicane. The McLaren right behind him of Lepsky. Raptor is going to go up in front of Lepsky. Lepsky does not improve on his time. And let's see, trackside currently, not sure what's going on here. He's going to dive into pit lane. The Haas of Tarzan now making a run towards the line. Head through Blanchimont and into the bus stop chicane. Heavy on the brakes, down into second gear, looking to get the power down early. Tarzan's going to make a run towards the line. He does improve into to split the Sauber teammates. And peak hour is not on a lap. So there you have it, folks. That is your qualifying session here for Spa-Francorchamps. You got Rocket Man up top convincingly. Well, there you have it, folks. Rocket Man takes your pole position. Comacopa in second. Third is Davoon Sinatra fourth. Barnett fifth. Raptor sixth. Swazi seventh. Eighth is Lepsky. Trackside ninth. Bald Guy Racing 10th. Tarzan 11th. Captain Drift 12th. Peak Hour 13th. 14th is LK. And 15th will be Osmanian Devil, who unfortunately was not able to get a time down in qualifying. So it's going to be about 3 minutes here. I will give you all some time to grab your popcorn, refill your drinks, and we will get ready to rock and roll for the race here of 22 laps around Belgium. Alright, we got 2, 3, 4, and 5 red lights. The lights are out and away we go, heading towards the source, and it looks like Rocket Man didn't get a great jump as Comacopa is looking to go around the outside. Rocket Man overdrives the corner, and that's a huge mistake for your race leader and your points leader as he goes down the grid into 10th position. And now Rocket Man got himself off to a bad start here at Spa, into 11th position as we head up through Eau Rouge, down Camel Straight, heading towards the source. Is Comacopa going to be able to attempt a move on the Boonster into lead cones, and not going to be able to make that move, as it looks like Bald Guy Racing made some moves up throughout the grid. He's into P7. Rocket Man in 10th now, as he dropped all the way down through Michael Schumacher's corner into Brussels we go. Everybody is staying single file through No Name as we head towards Puhan, and off the exit of that turn of Puhan trackside, unfortunately had fallen through the back of the grid into campus, and now Stavelot we go. Your leaders are up in the front. The Boonster looking to extend and break that toe real quickly to Comacopa. But in the meantime, the remainder amount of drivers are all in a single file within a half a second of each other on this opening lap. Down this backstretch, we got Bonnet looking to put the pressure on Natural into the bus stop chicane. Is he going to be able to make a move? And Heavy on the brakes. No, he is not. In the meantime, Lepsky, and it looks like another mistake from Rocket Man, overdriving the braking zone there. He does complete the move on Captain Drift as we head into the source. Through the source we go, side-by-side action between Peak Hour and Captain Drift, and it looks like Captain Drift is going to come out on top of that. Comacopa has lost the toe to the Boonster down Camel Straight, and now here comes Natural right behind as he's going to be pulling up Bonnet as they head down Camel Straight. Bald Guy Racing another position up into 6th place already on the opening 2 laps. He's gained 4 positions as we make our way off the exit of turn 9 down the hill into Brussels, and it seems to be a Ferrari making a mistake up Eau Rouge. They're having a rough start here to the season. Lepsky here, 0.2 of a second off the back of the Mercedes of Bonga as we're heading through Puhan. Comacopa still a second back from the Boonster, trying to close up that gap as they head into campus. They see if he can get within DRS range once for the first time here. Bald Guy Racing 1.3 seconds back. He's trying to close up this gap as well. Sitting in that P6 position, Rocket Man struggling. He's got quite a bit of traffic in front of him. The guy who's dominated the series so far, he's dropped into P11 and now back up 3 spots to P8. He's going to be looking to make another move around the outside of Raptor into the bus stop chicane, and it does appear to be so. Lepsky and Bonnet were battling it out inside the bus stop chicane as well. Heading down into the source. Comacopa does get back within DRS range. Bald Guy Racing trying to get back into DRS range with Bonnet here. He's 1 second back. And it looks to be he does not get that DRS. It's going to be under a lot of pressure now from Rocket Man here down Camel Straight. And here comes Rocket Man through the inside up into P6. Now going to be chasing the front of the grid. From here on out, Rocket Man's got his hands full. You know, the top 5 here ain't going to let him through easily, as I would not expect them to do so. Natural 1 second back here of Comacopa. He's now got to find some pace. He needs to get within that DRS range. The more these guys can stay in a train, the harder it's going to be for Rocket Man to attempt to make a move. In through Puhan we go. Lepsky goes a little wide. He'll most likely get a warning for that one, as we're now into campus in Stavelot. And we get into the braking zone of Stavelot. Now Rocket Man's 1.4 seconds out. Everybody's really struggling to get these cars turned at the apex. Gonna head down this long back straight. Top 5 are within DRS range. Heading toward the bus stop chicane to complete lap 3 we go. The Boomster's still out front. Gonna pull up your biggest position changes so far. Lepke up 4, now up 5 as he attempts to down the inside of Natural. Natural gets a little bump there into the back of him. This is going to allow the Mercedes to make a move, potentially into the source, but no, Bonget's not going to look for that move. Bonget's going to go a little wide in the braking zone, and here comes Rocket Man looking to pounce on these mistakes that these guys up in the front are making. Now we're going to pull up the tires here. Let's see what we got. We got soft tires for the Boomster, mediums for the rest of the grid. Bald Guy racing on a set of soft tires, mediums, and then soft for peak hour. And Osmanian Devil. Rocket Man's going to make a move around Bonget into Ledcombe. Off the exit of Schumacher's corner we go, down towards Brussels. Top 6 are all within DRS. Natural still fighting to stay within a second here. As we're now going to make a run towards Puhan. Lepke's going to go through the inside of Komakopa into Puhan. Nice move up into that P2 position. Now he's going to be looking to challenge the Boomster, who's on a set of soft tires here to start this Grand Prix. As we all currently run through Stavelot across the Sector 2 split here. Rocket Man in P5. He's now going to be looking to put the pressure on Natural. Jump on board with him. He's got about 40% battery here. To Natural, he's got less than that. Back up through the grid. The Boomster just kind of chilling out front for the time being. Rocket Man is going to work his way through on Natural into the braking zone of the bus stop. Up to P4 he is. Back on the power off the exit, and we're going to complete lap 4 heading towards the source of turn 1. Bonnet peeks to the inside but decides not to go for a move down into turn 1. Off the exit, and everybody is really pushing the pace so far here inside that top 6. Trackside is going to make his way through Osmanian Devil. Osmanian Devil dives into pit lane. Up through Radion and now down Kemmel Straight we go. Once again, Rocket Man using that ERS to his advantage. He's going to jump to the inside of Komakopa and really jumps right in front of him there in the braking zone. That is kind of moving under braking kind of. As Bald Guy looks to make a move around on Raptor, and now we're going to head through Schumacher corner down into Brussels. Bald Guy gets caught right on that outside curb there and goes for a little bit of a skateboard ride. He is going to maintain his position. Rocket Man does get through. Komakopa also got through the Boomster with a huge mistake, as he's now going to drop through the grid down into P6. That's going to give Lepke the lead here, as we're now heading through campus in Stavelot in towards Sector 2 split. Bonget currently under pressure from, or trying to put Natural under pressure. Komakopa's trying to stay within the DRS. Rocket Man just working his way through the grid, nearly side by side with Lepke. Lepke's going to pinch him to the outside. Rocket Man's going to go to the left-hand side into the braking zone we go. Rocket Man is going to try and hang it around the outside. Maybe looking for a switchback, but he's not going to get much of a drive off the exit of the bus stop chicane as we're heading in towards the source. Still no move to be made. Lepke is blinking low on that ERS. Komakopa is going to be in this picture as well. He's a half a second back. Will he be looking to attempt to make a move down Kemmel Straight? Rocket Man, however, has pulled right up to the back of Lepke. He's going to take it to the left-hand side. And through goes the Aston Martin back to the lead after losing it on lap 1 in turn 1. And now he's up inside, or back into the lead. Swazi, Bald Guy, side by side into the braking zone. Contact between the Red Bull of Raptor and Bald Guy. And it looks like Bald Guy is going to keep it under control in that P8 position, as Everybody's making their way through Sector 2 now. Up in the front, we got quite a bit of a train bonging all over the back end of Natural on that rear diffuser through Puhan. And the Boonster MP6 just chasing along right now as we go in towards campus and Stavelot. Potential for an undercut here on the Boonster sitting on the soft tires. They all make their way through Stavelot, down Corbeil de Paul Frere, heading towards Blanchimont of turn 17. The Boonster on the soft tires, he's probably going to carry these out to like lap 8 to 10 here, but those tires are going to be dying off pretty quickly here due to the high speed corners as we make our way through turn 19, one more shot. And Rocket Man here is back in the lead and outside of the 1 second ring. Gonna jump on board with these guys in a train here fighting for that PT position. Komakopa is trying to pull up to the back of Lepsky. He's gonna get right to that rear diffuser. Goes to the left hand side on the McLaren in the orange papaya, and he's gonna be able to overtake into P2 as we go into Combs and now down the hill towards Bruxelles. The Boonster's still sitting about a 1.3 seconds back here in that P6 spot. As they're all making their way through Sector 2, No Name and Puhan. Komakopa's trying to find that pace to catch back up to Rocketman, but Rocketman has already checked out here. Down into the bus stop chicane to complete lap 7 we go. Across the line, Rocketman comes. And beginning lap 8 here at Spa-Francorchamps. Nobody has yet decided pit lane is calling their name. The Boonster will be looking soon. He's 1.8 seconds back. Get the undercut, take the tires to the end. I'm guessing he's going probably around lap 10 to take medium potentially towards the end, but we'll find out. Still a 4-car DRS train battling for the PT position. Raptor does make a move on Tarzan. Up into P9 he goes. Down the hill. Lepke looking to challenge Komakopa into the inside of the bus stop chicane. He's not going to be able to get far enough alongside to challenge him. Off the exit of turn 19, across the line we go. Lepke looking down to the inside of the source. Not really the smartest move to make a move, as now he's not going to get the DRS advantage to Komakopa down the Camel Straight. And Komakopa is going to be looking to pounce on top of this move right here. 3/10 back, 4/10 back here. As we're heading down Camel Straight. DRS flap is going to open up wide for Comacopa. Comacopa is going to pull right up to the back of him to the left-hand side. We got racing side by side into the braking zone of Ledgecombe. And it appears Lepke is going to continue to hang on. Bald Guy Racing makes his way past Swazi. Captain Drift and Peak Hour battling here. Up through Eau Rouge and Radillon. Jump on board with Captain Drift. He is going to get the DRS flap wide open. He's got the ERS. He's not really burning much. He attempts that move down into the inside. Into the braking zone we go. He's going to sit in P13, continuing to follow along. Big mistake from Bald Guy Racing off the exit of campus, and now he's dropping through the grid down into P9. Made some work, oh! And he's spun around again, trying to get back under control here. De Boonster with a 3-second time penalty. The Boonster just compounding problems right now. He's got a 10-second penalty speeding into pit lane as well. Comacopa in the meantime trying to challenge Lepke. DRS flap wide open. And it looks to be the Alpine is going to make the move on the Papaya. Bonnet gets by Natural. Captain Drift battling side by side into Eau Rouge with the Haas of Tarzan, as it looks to be these two Haas teammates are fighting it out. Peak Hour is going to slot in behind his teammate Tarzan here. Natural and Bonnet battling side by side, as Bonnet does get in front. Natural is going to jump into pit lane looking to get off those medium tires. As we head down the Camel Straight, is the Papaya going to be looking to make a move on the Alpine to the right hand side of the Frenchman, and it looks like Lepke will be back in front of the Alpine right behind him of Comacopa, as we're heading through Michael Schumacher corner. Captain Drift and Peak Hour fighting it out. Captain Drift dealing with this Haas sandwich all Grand Prix so far. Up through Eau Rouge and Radillon, now down Camel Straight. And here comes Peak Hour, pulling right up to the back end. He's going to try and get the toe from his teammate, but Captain Drift is not going to allow that to happen. Into Ledgecombe we go. The Green Goblin machine versus the Haas teammates as we head through Michael Schumacher corner. And Captain Drift saw a mistake from the Haas of Tarzan. Now Tarzan makes another mistake and allows his teammate Peak Hour through as well. And they are going to make their way through No Name. We got a battle for 10th place. Heavy on the burners right now. The Boonster did get an undercut on the Natural into the P7 position. He's on a set of white wall hard tires. got onto these tires early. Goes a little wide there off the edge of the stub-lock. Raptor's going to be putting the pressure on this Mercedes in front of him into the braking zone. And it looks to be they're both going to dive into the pit lane here. The top four does stay out at the time being. Francorchamps is still 0.6 of a second back from the Orange Papaya of Lepsky. Down Kemmel Straight, gonna open up the DRS lap. Is he getting a run enough in the lead zones? No, he's not. Will continue to fall behind once again. Oh, big mistake from Lepsky. That's gonna allow Francorchamps potentially around the outside. And down into Brussels, it looks like Lepsky is going to hold on. Osmanian Devil retires in pit lane. Raptor and the two Haas teammates are all fighting for position. Contact between Raptor. Oh, and then Tarzan goes around trying to get back on the power to avoid the incident. And now we got three cars, and that's going to allow Captain Drift to just kind of pull away and jump up to the back of Swaldi here. As they fight with the Ferraris in front. Bald Guy Racing is going to retire in pit lane. As they're now making our way through campus and Stavlock. Lepsky decides to stay out one more lap here. He's going to take over the lead of the Grand Prix. Where will the Boonster come out in this fight with the leaders? Is the undercut going to be enough to pay off for him? His teammate will continue out front. The Boonster's looking to get the undercut on everybody in front of him. Francorchamps appears to come out in front. So now the Boonster fell down to P6, is back into the top three here provisionally, pending Lepsky's pit stop. Boonster on some hard tires, already warmed up, primed and ready to go. He's got the DRS, he's going to jump to the inside of the Alpine. And Natural's going to be looking to make a move on Bongit behind into Ledcombe. And it looks to be Natural makes the move and Boonster makes the move too there on the Kemmel Straight. Bongit and Natural though down into Brussels. Bongit's going to look to get that position back. Indeed he does off the exit of Brussels. Now through No Name heading towards Puhan. Rocketman has checked out. 7.2 second gap up in the front. As we go into campus and Stavlock. Got about 9 laps to go here. Lepsky does jump into pit lane. Let's see what tires he's going to put on. He is putting on the red wall soft tires. Out of pit lane he comes. Question is, how far back is he going to drop to these guys that are now going to be passing him here off the exit of pit lane? Lepsky is still going to actually come out in front of him on the soft tires. He's 6 seconds, 7 seconds back. Let's see how this pulls off for the Papaya. Heading towards Ledcombe, we got a move attempted down the inside. The Boonster on the Orange Papaya here, down through Schumacher Corner, down the hill, in towards Brussels. And off the exit we go. as we make our way into campus. Now Stavelot. Not many moves made in Sector 2, but we're going to come across the Sector 2 split. Lepsky's got to have those tires up to temperature now. You might want to get the power down and get moving. He's falling back, losing more time from Rocket Man. Rocket Man is on a set of soft tires as well. Peak Hour with a big mistake, falling through the grid. Up Eau Rouge, down Radion, and it looks like Lepsky's not getting much out of those soft tires. As here comes the Aston Martin to the inside, and he's not going to be looking to make the move there into Ledgecombe. Going to continue to fall behind as we're now off the edge of the Schumacher corner, down the hill towards Brussels. And we still got a big battle going on for the lead of the Grand Prix. Swazi and Captain Drift. Captain Drift is going to defend off the Mercedes behind him as we're now heading in towards Brussels. Mercedes going to get out of the tow into turn 10. And we head through Stavelot down this long backstretch, and Lepsky finally got the power down, broken out of the DRS range of De Boonster behind him. Now De Boonster under a lot of pressure from Komakopa and Bongit, and Komakopa is going to peek to the inside. He's going to get down into the braking zone. Does he outbrake him off the exit? We go, and it appears Komakopa into that P3 position, using the DRS to try and close back up to the back of Lepsky into the source of turn 1, 1.2 seconds back. He's not going to be close enough. However, Bongit was maybe looking for a move down the inside of turn 1 on the Boonster, but now Komakopa is going to be able to break this 1 second tow potentially on these soft tires. I think everybody here has gone on the soft tires for this second stint, but here comes Bongit through the inside of the Aston Martin into the braking zone, and it appears Bongit will slide right in front into that P4 spot, and now he's got his sights on the Alpine in front of him, looking for a podium finish here. Through campus and Stavelot we go. We still got quite the fight in front of us. About 5 laps to go when they cross the line. As we make our way through turn 7 of Blancmont. Make our way off the exit of the source, now heading towards Eau Rouge and Radion. Up the hill they go, and now down Kemmel Street for the Mercedes in question, and I got booted. Or something happened. Awesome. Gotta love the game.
Time for you to start thinking about pledging your allegiance to a constructor and driver from F1. Let's go and make our fan zone choices now.